Many of you guys have seen Craig on SEMrush, Empire Flippers, and I personally have seen his webinars, many well-known companies. So, um, so, Craig, can you please tell the audience about yourself?
Of course. So my name's Craig Campbell. I'm based in the UK. I've got over 18 years experience in this industry. Started out as a freelancer working from home, had no idea what I was doing. I went on to build up my own digital marketing agency. And these days I spend a lot of time doing training, consultancy, and affiliate marketing, just working on my own projects, really, trying to get away from client work. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I do just now, alongside speaking at events and conferences and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, Craig, how did you start the SEO? How did you get into the SEO?
As I've said many occasions, I started out by default. I didn't grow up with the internet or having mobile phones. I'm born in 1980, so the internet came out in the UK around about 1997, 1998, when I was around 17, 18 years of old, and it was a big thing. It's like anything. It was a new thing that came out, which was, whoa, this is amazing. You know, I can talk to a guy in China. You know, I can do this, do that. So the internet became a big thing, and I really enjoyed just the internet in general, just browsing about and looking at different information. And I started messing around with HTML websites, old websites, and didn't become very good at it. I tried and tried and tried to become a web designer and just felt that I wasn't creative. So I spent a few years just, learning a bit about code, and I was still in a job. This was all just a hobby. And I had various sales jobs, some crap jobs, call center jobs, all of the usual kind of rubbish work. And in the early 2000s, people started to go on forums about websites and stuff like that, and it wasn't really called SEO back then, but people started to talk about adding content to websites, adding title tags, putting keywords within your content, and all the basic stuff that used to help you rank. And done a bit of that and found that was more interesting than doing web design. So I started to spend a lot more time in the early 2000s trying to, learn more about SEO and how to make money online and market websites and all that stuff. So that was a thing back then, learning, going on the forums and just practicing whilst I was still in a day job. So that's how it gets started.
Okay, so I came to know you through a YouTube video. You talked about the postal code trick. May I know the trick? What was that trick, and is it still working in local SEO?
No. So the postcode trick, there's a lot of different local SEO tricks that have worked over the past few years. What the postcode trick was, basically your name, address, and postcode, and you used to spam that out through a tool called Money Robot or something similar, to be able to rank your Google My Business listing. But there's been so many different local SEO tricks over the years, such as, even 6 months ago, you were able to go in and suggest an edit on a Google My Business listing, and put your competitors' opening date to a date in the future, which used to then shut down their listing. So if I went in there, suggested an edit, and said that guy wasn't opened until 2021, he would disappear from the map listing. So you used to be able to go through and shut these guys down. Also, what people are doing is or were doing, was taking advantage of unverified listings. So a lot of guys out there have listings that rank really well. And if you've not verified that, I can go in and steal that listing, and I can put my phone number and my website on there and steal all of your leads, and I can verify that listing as well. So there's so many different Google My Business tricks. You used to also be able to suggest an edit and drop the pin. You used to be able to do what's called a pin drop. Yeah. But all of these kind of flaws always change. They're always getting patched up. A lot of guys in America still do have methods that still work, but you would have to keep up to date with someone who's doing it all the time. You can make a lot of money through lead gen by taking advantage of the loopholes within Google My Business. And there are loopholes there. Even to this day, there are loopholes. But they change all the time how they work. So you would need to probably watch someone like Chris Palmer, who's a guy in America who releases a lot of that stuff, or another guy called Jordan Pierce. They will always give you the up-to-date method on how to do that.
Yeah, one of my friend asked me to ask you to what is the easiest link building strategy in 2020?
I mean, they're all fairly easy. I think you get broken link building, you've got outreach, you can just buy guest blog posts. If you go to my YouTube channel and put in Craig Campbell SEO, I've got a playlist which has a bunch of link building techniques which I'm adding to. So it starts off from the very basic stuff, building some citations, broken link building, and so on, and it's going to continue to evolve. So you're better looking at my YouTube channel for all of the different ones that I suggest. What is the easiest? Probably just buying up guest blog posts is probably the simplest, easiest, most effective way to do it. But you need money to do that, and that's the stumbling block, because people don't want to pay money. But what you must get your head around, and I think we both agreed on this earlier, is that even if I pay for Pitchbox or Mailshake to do outreach, and I get a VA to do all that work, there's still a cost, because the blogger at the other end wants $50
exactly.
for placing a link on the website. So are you as well doing outreach, or do you just go to someone who just has a list of good websites? And that's where you need to work smart. Do I want to be doing outreach? Nah, it's a crap job. So sometimes outsourcing the donkey work, if you like, because there's some really good link builders out there who have got a good process, a good system, and good lists of websites. And getting those is probably the easiest and most beneficial way to ranking well. However, over and above that, what I tend to do is power up my guest posts with tier 2 links, which would be using a tool like SEO AutoPilot, which basically builds a whole bunch of Web 2.0s and everything else to power up that guest post. So also bear that in mind as well. That's quite easy to do. It's quite a cost-effective link building strategy.
Yeah, about that SEO Autopilot, I've seen your post that you are giving away the license. Is that right? So what is the procedure to? So what's the procedure?
So if someone wants to win a free license it's a free lifetime license for SEO Autopilot, they have to basically subscribe to my YouTube channel. At the moment, I've got 40,000 subscribers. Someone who registers now, between now and the 45,000 subscriber mark, will be selected at random. So make sure that you do engage, you do comment on any of the videos, make yourself known, and someone will be selected at random who is a subscriber to get the free license. So whoever gives me the most engagement basically will get it. So make yourself known to me.
Yeah. So I have already subscribed to your channel since it was 1,000 subscriber, I guess. So I think I'm not part of that license.
You never know. Anyone between now and 45,000 is in with a chance. You know, what I'm going to be looking at is guys who engage, guys who comment, and maybe guys who are frequently in some of the live YouTube videos that I do as well. So
Yeah.
there's still a chance for everyone.
And how to find the low competition keywords, and I'm talking about the Amazon affiliate, how to find low competition niches or topics. What is your strategy?
So it's hard to explain how to find good low competition keywords. You have to take ownership of your own brain and think outside the box sometimes. And I had a golf website which sold a lot of products really well for 7 months of the year. The other 5 months were crap because golf is only played for 7 months of the year. So if you're looking for a niche, try and avoid seasonal niches. Also, what I would add to that is that the golf products that I was selling, the average price per product that was sold was $25. Now, when I'm doing Amazon affiliate, I basically have a link building budget and I have a content writer. So regardless of whether I'm selling a product for $25 or $250, the content and the links still cost me the same money.
Yeah.
And because the Amazon commissions are so low, you have to find something that's a high ticket item. What I would say to anyone is find a product that's £100 or more. Niche down. Do not go generic. I think you can make a lot of money, and I think I used the example of gaming chairs earlier on.
Yeah.
Where find something that people are impulsively buying. So I could have a website about chairs in general, and it could be office chairs, it could be sofas, it could be anything. And office chairs, people want the cheapest piece of crap going, whereas a gamer is looking for a good specialist that sells gamer chairs, and they don't care about what they have to pay for it. And I think finding something that people are, maybe have an obsession with is a good way to think about what niche you want to go after. And as I say, niche down, because I analysed the website a couple of days ago on a webinar, and it looked like a food blog, but the guy was also selling power tools on the website. And we asked him, like, why are you selling power tools on here? And he said, well, power tools is a big thing and lots of people search for it. Now, yeah, that's correct, but why not have an individual power tools website? Why the hell would you just add it to some random generic website? So I think if you're going to do Amazon affiliate, niche down, try and find products that are over £100 or more, avoid seasonality, and think outside the box. As I say, take time to consider what costs more than £100. Would it be a watch? Would it be a phone? Would it be a gaming chair? Look around you. There's so many things. Could it be podcast equipment? You could sell lights. You could sell microphones. There's so many ideas that I could just rhyme off like that. Now, I've got friends who sell power generators. I've got guys who sell hunting scopes. The opportunities are endless. They cost thousands of pounds, power generators. Why wouldn't you want to sell that? So think outside the box. And as I say, some of those other tips, avoiding seasonality, the high ticket items, and niching down in your website would be the kind of tips that I would give to anyone. And just use your brain, common sense.